answering the requests for yoga postures that help to release tension from the neck and shoulders, common areas to carry tension, as well as emotional and mental stress. So we're going to be needing either 2 yoga blocks like this, or if you don't have that, grab a beach towel, a firm, thick towel, or a blanket. Something that you could roll up pretty firmly into a narrow cylindrical log, just like this. You want it to be pretty smooth. So I'll show you both options when we get to this heart-opening yoga posture. It's a restorative pose so that you'll just get to sink in it and stay as long as you like, even after this video is done. Before we do that, let's just take a moment to come to stand, and we'll just loosen up the neck and shoulder area by coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So step your feet apart wider than your hips distance, parallel your feet and spread your toes, and then reach your hands behind your back so that you can interlace your fingers, so that you can begin to open up the fronts of the shoulders, the chest, the collarbones, bending the elbows closer together. Take a deep breath and roll the shoulders back, lifting your chest. Then bend your knees generously as you exhale to fold, hinging from your hips. Try to keep the feeling of a flat back rather than rounding. So if you find strain in the back causing you to round the shoulders, you could bend your knees even deeper, and then shift your weight forward so that it's a little heavier towards the balls of your feet than your heels. And let's be here taking a few deep sighs out through the mouth. You might like to softly shake and nod your head, turn your head in different directions, just to let your neck unwind. It might help if you carry tension in your jaw to flutter your lips as you exhale through your mouth a few times, like this. Now, as we stay a little longer in this position, try interlacing the opposite thumb and index finger that's on top. Keep bending the elbows so that as you stretch the arms forward away from your lower back, you can also lift the shoulder heads up away from your neck. And then just feel a little more freedom in your neck, maybe some added movement, lifting the shoulders back. And then let the arms go. Heel toe the feet a little closer together but still parallel. And with your knees bent, inhale to roll up slowly, stacking one vertebra at a time. So that when you slowly begin to lift your chin, you can also shrug the shoulders with a deep inhale. And then exhale through the mouth and rotate the shoulders behind you and down. Now let's come to sit as you take a few shoulder rotations, just like that. Inhaling as you float the shoulders forward and up. Exhaling as you release them back and down. So taking deeper breaths to really get into your body and be present with the sensations there. Developing deep and balanced inhales and exhales. And then from here, extend your right fingertips to the ground, just outside of your right hip. We're going to take a gentle neck stretch. So place the left hand on the right side of your skull, and just let the natural weight of it encourage your left ear to fall closer to your left shoulder. Relaxing both shoulders down, but sitting up tall as you ground your 2 sitting bones at the bottom of your pelvis, and slightly draw your lower belly inward towards your spine and lift it up towards your chest so that you're lengthening the lower back. Take one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, releasing the left hand, roll your chin towards your chest and take that circle all the way around until your head is upright. Let's extend the left fingertips to the floor outside of your left hip, placing the right hand on the left side of your skull. Drop your right ear closer to your right shoulder, just using the natural weight of that hand. And then again, relax the tops of your shoulders down. Slightly firm the belly towards your back, grounding the pelvis and lifting the spine from it. Taking 2 more deep breaths. Relax the jaw, soften the skin on your forehead as you soften the muscles around your eyes. behind your eyes. And then trace your chin across your chest and rotate the head once in the opposite direction, very slowly. And now from here, we're going to set up for our restorative heart opening, focused on the heart energy center at the middle of the chest, but also shoulder opening posture. So if you have two blocks, there are various ways that you can arrange them, but here's a general way. You can place the tallest height of one block at the farthest edge of your mat, in which you're going to lean your skull. And the second block on its medium height, you're going to space it away from that block so it's closer to you, so that you're able to keep your pelvis on the ground when you lie back. The lower block is going to catch you just underneath the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, where the bra strap would be, ladies. And then from here, the shoulders will be hanging freely in the space between, encouraging that openness in the chest, a slight lift of the sternum. And then you'll place the skull, not the neck, but the skull on top of the higher block, turning the palms to face up by rotating your triceps towards the floor. Allow even more broadening in the chest. And then take a moment to slide the shoulder blades down the back once you are here, and then rest into it. Knees could be bent apart, which offers a hip opener as well. Or you could just extend the legs forward and let the feet flop naturally. Be as effortless in this posture as possible, as restorative poses are meant to be, supporting you with props so that you can just let go of tension in the body and sit there for a few minutes. So if you don't have blocks and you're using a rolled up firm beach towel or blanket, make sure that it's firm and smooth, and you're going to trace it across your mat so that when you lie on it, you'll land just the bottom of your shoulder blades on top of that roll, and your shoulders will cascade off of it. Whether or not they're touching the ground depends on the height of the prop, as well as the tightness of the fronts of your shoulders. And then it'll just let the back of your head rest towards the ground, sort of like you're mildly hanging off the edge of a bed, to help lift the chest and loosen tension in the trapezius muscle around the tops of the shoulders, the sides of the neck. And then here, decide what you want to do with your arms that feels comfortable. I like to bend the elbows apart like a cactus shape in the arms, turning the palms face up, and then making sure the shoulders are a good space away from the neck, and they're evenly grounded as you lift the chest. And then legs again could be bent apart at the knees, soles of the feet together to open the hips, or you could just extend the legs out and release them, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then once there, just check in that you have pretty symmetrical in both shoulders, both hips, and how they're weighing down. Closing your eyes as you mentally scan your body. Take a few last controlled deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Might feel good to just sigh loudly. Or flutter the lips again. Whatever feels releasing for you, to be able to just then let go of controlling your breathing, let go of trying to hold up your body, and really practicing surrendering, feeling supported, trusting that physical support as you open up a vulnerable part of the body, the heart energy center. Lying here, you can decide to stay here past this video as long as you like. Sometimes I'll even fall asleep in this posture. But when you do decide to come out of it, gradually come out of it, in which you might bend the knees, you might take a moment to turn over to your right side and just pause there, resting your head. So remembering that you've just been holding a posture of rest, of building trust and feeling supported, that you don't want to just jump out of it and go to the next thing on your list today. Really just making a conscious transition when you do finish practicing that asana, and maybe just sitting for 1 minute and observing how you feel from it, observing your mind and your breath as well as your body. So in our yoga classes this week, we've been focusing on the theme of empathy and compassion. Both skills, I would say, are qualities that rely on balance and ability to open up the energy center of Anahata Chakra, the heart energy center. Thanks for joining me for Afternoon Asana, and I will be back on Instagram Live here next Thursday at 4 p.m. Send in your requests for any postures or body focus you'd like me to entertain at www.roottoriseyoga.org/community-events. Namaste.